Hello guys, my name is Papa Aaron. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, many people have been requesting for beginner lessons, and that's why I'm here to guide beginners on their journey to playing solo guitar, or basically just playing guitar, because it's just a difference in preferences. You can decide to we learn the same information, the same knowledge, but we apply it in different fields or in different ways. So I'm here to guide a beginner on their journey on how to play the guitar. And without further ado, let me give you the necessities that you need. The necessities in music, there are things called chords. Chords are made by notes, one note and another note and another note. Chords are made of three. They start from as low as 3 notes. We call them either major chords or minor chords or diminished chords. And then there are other advanced chords which might be having 4 notes or 5 notes. Now, when you're starting to learn the guitar, you need to understand the first basic major chords. For instance, you need to understand, let me use the C. We have a C. And in the key of C, there are different keys. There are probably 12 keys. In the key of C, we have 7 basic chords. So we have 3 major chords, and we have 3 minor chords, and we have 1 diminished chord. So all these chords, these 7 chords, they are the ones that make the entire structure of the music. Those 7 basic chords. If you got them, if you have them in your head, if you understand how they sound, you can play any kind of music without any problem. So what you need to understand first when you are entering into music is just 3 basic chords, the major chords first, and then you go while adding a chord after a chord after a chord after a chord. And then from there, if you want to play solo, you will come to learn the scales. The scale is just the understanding the notes that are making those 7 chords. There are 7 notes. That's what we call a scale. So if we are in the key of C, the first note, which will be the root note or the center of the song, will be the C note. So, and then we'll continue until you get the 7 notes which make the major scale. After the major scale, after the 7 notes, you go back to C. So it repeats itself, and the repetition of that note is what we call an octave. So I'll show you practically, so don't go away, because I want to show you how they are done. So you need to understand I'm using the key of C. The key of C, 3 major chords is the C, the F. Now we have the C and the G. So the C is the center or the root note or the root chord. And then we have an F, which is a 4 chord. In the numbering, we give it a 4 chord. It's a 4. So the C is the 1, the F is a 4, and then the G is a 5. So we are remaining with 3 minor chords. Excuse me. 3 minor chords and 1 diminished chord. Now, for you to understand music, you have to be able to apply these 3 major chords. Forget about the other minor and the diminished. You must be able to apply these major chords. So you have to master the sound. And in case you are struggling even in holding the chord, you still have to practice all these things. For instance, understanding how to place the finger, so that if it's a C chord, it's supposed to place the finger. It's not supposed to touch this string or this string. That's how the C is held. First finger and then the second finger. So the first finger, the second string, fret number 1, second string. We count the string from here to here. So the first string is this one, the second string. So you place the first finger in the second string, fret number 1, and then you jump this string number 3. And all these strings, they have their names. I will come to give you all their names, or you can do your research and you see what they are referred to. Now the second finger is the fourth string, fret number 2. So this is fret number 1. These are called frets. Fret number 1, fret number 2. Fret number 2, fourth string. The third finger, fret number 3, string number 5. This is the third finger. So you see, then you make sure they are standing. They are not slanting like this, because if they slant, they will mute the string that is under them. So you make sure they are standing appropriately like this. And because for a beginner sometimes it might be a struggle, it's because of this thumb. If you struggle with holding a chord and maybe you are strumming it and they are not giving you a clean sound like mine, make sure you are checking on this thumb. The thumb is the thumb always alters how your fingers will stand here. So if you are used to, you can change the thumb but you will not see any effect. But if you aren't, you have to place the finger like this, perpendicular to the fret, to the back of the fretboard. You see? So like that. That is the C. Another chord that beginner struggles with is the F chord. This one. This one. F is held. These two fingers, these two strings, they are held by one finger, and then it's just like a staircase. So string number 3 held by the second finger, string number 4 held by the third finger, and the fret number 3, string number second fingers, fret number 2, like that. And then we need the bass. And then if you want all the strings, all these are options. You have the option, you have the choice to hold which strings you need to hold, or which strings you want to hold. But you should understand, whether you have the choice to hold them or not, you should understand which notes make which chord. So an F is supposed to be held this note, and then this note, and this note, and then these notes. The ones I explained to you, this one and this one and this one. So you can choose that one, or this one and this one, and then this one. There are many ways to hold these chords. You can hold like that one, like that, or like this. This is called a bar chord. So it's holding. This is holding this one. This work is this one, the bass, and there's two strings, number 1 and number 2, and then the rest of the fingers. This is holding number 3, and this one number 5, and the pinky number 4. You see? So you can choose depending on which kind of music you want to play, or which you are comfortable with. But you can learn both, like I'm doing like that right now. I can hold in either ways. So that is F. That is one of the chords that beginner struggles with. So, and then there's a G. A G, you can hold it like that, or like this, or like this. So here, what I'm holding is just this note, the 5th note, 2nd fret, and this one, the 3rd fret, 2nd finger, 6th string, and then my 3rd finger is holding the 1st string, 3rd fret. Or you can decide to hold this one here is still the G chord, the 3rd fret, so 3rd finger, and then the pinky, the 3rd fret, the same fret but the 1st string. See the difference? There's a difference here. The 1st string, this is the 1st string, and this one the 2nd string. So also you can decide to interchange the fingers and hold like that. Sometimes this helps in shifting of the chords from one chord to the next. So this will be easier when shifting from C to G, you see, than this one and this one. You see, this one you are reducing the distance of changing the chords. So this one will be easier, but the sound is the same because you are holding the same strings. So that's how, those are the things that you're supposed to learn as a beginner, how to hold the chord and then master the sound. So, and then depending on which song or which kind of a song you want, or the rhythm, you practice the strumming side. Then you apply a song. For instance, right now I'm just playing 1 and 4, 1 and 5. But different songs, they vary. This is what we call a progression. Is where you which pattern you are following of chords, from which chord to which chord. But the pattern changes depending on the tune of the song. So some songs might start from C, and then from G, and then from F, and then maybe from D to G again, and then to C, like this. Once you have mastered that, I'm just guiding you, I'm giving you the process of learning. So these are steps that you are not supposed to skip. And also understanding the names of the strings is necessary, because there's some there might be some time that you will need to come up with your own things, but or you to understand in chord inversions, because they are all these chords that I've played here, they are here, but they are chord inversions. So what basically has happened is just that the chords shapes changes because the notes rearranges themselves, you see. So you need to understand also this one is called an E, this is called an B, a G, a D, a D, an A, an E. So an E, a B, a G, a D, an A, an E. This and this one, they are the same name, same tune. It's just that this is a bass, this is a high, you see. So again, after understanding how to hold the chord, now you are able to play with the major. That is also developing an ear of music. So maybe you can play something like this. Lord, I lift your name on high. I'm so glad you came to save us. I'm so glad in my life. I'm so glad you saved us. You came from heaven to earth. So that is just basic, very basic. Lord, I lift your name on high. So I'm playing 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, or C, F, G, F. So that is the basics of understanding how to follow a song. Now there is a complex way. After understanding this and getting this, you will come to be introduced to minor chords. Like I told you, there's a C, which is a major chord, an F a major chord, and a G a major chord. There's a minor chord which we call a 2. A 2 in the key of C is a D minor. There are songs which needs to be to use this D minor. You have to use the D minor. They use the D minor because the tune resembles the D minor. There is a E minor. That is all an E minor. The same chord, different inversions. From an E minor, we have now we have an F, and then which is a 4. So an E minor is a 3, and a D minor is a 2. So an F is a 4, a G is a 5, a 6 is an A minor. And then we have a diminished, which is a B diminished. So go back to 1. So you see, now in all those chords, that is what we call a scale, because a 1 is a C, a 2, that 2 resembles a D minor, a 3. Now all those notes I'm playing is what we call a scale. A 1, a 2, a 3. A 3 is an E minor. A 4 is an F major. A 5 is a G. A 6 is an A minor. A 7 is a, so that is a scale. A 7. This is a 6. A 6 an A minor. A 7 a B diminished. A 1, which is a repetition of 1 of this one, it's just a C again. So these are called octaves. This one. Now, from there you have to understand to apply them. If you don't get that and you go to a more advanced lesson, you will have so much difficulty. So you have to understand how to apply them, where they are applying, where they should be applied, or where they should be applied, and which chord is not necessary. There are the others you need to put them when adding flavor. You can, it's not a must to put them. The same way I just told you that you can play a song with majors before you understand the minors and all those chords, because the song will still make sense whether the minors are there or not, as long as the song is not that complicated. So you understand those basic chords. From there, maybe you can learn the inversions. Like a C, we have a C, we have an inversion of C, we have an inversion of C, or this is a C. Now all these are coming after you have understood how to apply this. You can also learn the inversions, but they will not be helpful until you understand how to apply them. So if I have a C, I will explain to you how the inversion come about, so you can train or you can learn by yourself. Inversions is just these notes repeating themselves. For instance, this string is called an E. If this string is called an E, when I hold here, it changes the name. Now that note is an F. This is an F sharp. That is a G. G sharp. A sharp. B. C. C sharp. D. D sharp. E. Now you see here, this is where the guitar ends. When you see these two dots, it's just a repetition of everything that I played when I was starting. So this is an E. So this note is an E, this is a B, this is a G, this is a D, this is an A, this is an E. All this is a repetition of, all that is a repetition of that the open strings. So because the tunes keep changing, the notes keep changing, all the notes keep changing. So when I hold a C here, I will still have other C's, but with different shapes. So like I have that C, I have another C here. All these notes here, this one and this one and this one, are the notes of C. Even this one, even this one. All that is a C. So it's just the same C, but the chords are interchanging. The notes are interchanging. The arrangement of the notes are interchanging. So they makes the shapes to change. So I have that C. Again, I have another C here. That is a C. I have another C here. Like the way I was holding an F, now I can hold a C. Also, you can get this one in another way. For instance, I had this, and if this is a C, I can go backwards. C. What is from C backwards is a B. We don't have a B sharp, so a B, an A sharp, an A G sharp, a G, and then an F sharp, an F. So you see, we have an F. We got a C. So from C we have another C now with the repetition of what was played there. You see, this is the same shape. It's just that I've added this finger to hold these two strings because there they were open. Now here we need to close them because they are not held. You see, this is the same shape. This is the same shape I was holding here. It's just that the fingers are not the same because we need to free this finger to hold some strings here. So this shape is the same head there at the open chord, but now I need to use this finger. I need to use this finger to hold these two notes which are open and they need to be closed like any other note. You see, it's just the repetition of the same chord. So you learn the inversion. From there, maybe you can learn the scales. Now you are introduced to the solo part. You learn the scales. Learning the scales, now you are also learning the way I told you here. The same scale keeps interchanging because the notes are interchanging. You see, this note is the root note. You see? Now from here, again, we have that note. This is the same root note. This one is the same like this. It's the same as this. So the scale again. Because also this one is the same as this one. So you learn the scale. From there, this root note, you see, I'm just repeating the same thing I played there. You see? Now understanding the scale is just one. It is changing the position. It is the notes are rearranging themselves. Now again, so from there again until you finish the entire fretboard. Now this is the repetition of the first. You see, this same note is the same here. Repetition. Remember I told you these two dots represent the repetition. The guitar has ended here, just an octave higher. So there are many octaves. Octave means the same note repeating itself but at a higher tune or at a lower tune. Now that is it. Like this one and this one are octave. Or that one and this one. Or this one. Or this one. You see, or this one are the same notes but different tunes. One is higher, the other one is lower. So I think from there you have the guidance of what you are supposed to play or when, on what you are supposed to do, the process you are supposed to follow. If you want me to guide you in any particular lesson, please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Bye. See you.